What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Chef's Garage video. Today, a much highly requested video. I'm sorry, I completely forgot the name of the person, but this person up here requested to do a video on the Mark 8 GTI's lighting. This car has some really cool lighting that I want to showcase. Now, I've owned my Mark 8 GTI for around close to 8 months at this point, and I absolutely love it. This car has some really unique lighting that the Mark 7 doesn't have. That's one of the big pros with the Mark 8 GTI. They really have focused on the lighting aspect. So without further ado, this is my first ever video at night. So, well, night 7:45 at night. But I had to do it at night so you guys can really see the depth of these lights. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time seeing my face on your screen, don't forget to please click that subscribe button down below and put the like button and comment down below any other video ideas you guys want to see on my Mark 8 GTI. All video ideas will be highly appreciated, and maybe you'll get a shout out in next video if I choose your video idea. I absolutely love creating videos, and my goal is to become like a full-time YouTuber, and I cannot do it without you guys. You guys have been showing a lot of support lately, and I really do appreciate it. So without that out of the way, let's get started with the lighting on my Mark 8 GTI. Now before I start, ignore the clutter of our driveway. Our driveway is not meant for 4 cars, and actually this would be a really good game. One of these cars is leaving the family. If one of you guys gets it right, I will shout you out in next week's video, or in the next video. Yeah, that'll be a good game. Anyways, back to my Mark 8 GTI. So this car has some really cool lighting that I would like to showcase. I'll go through every single lighting aspect, starting with the outside lights. So let's walk around the exterior and let me show you guys some of the cool lights this car has. Alright, so I apologize if the quality isn't the best. I am filming at night, and this video is in 1080p. So, let's get started with the rear. So, I love the rear lights on this car. They are bold, they are LED, and these are actually the US spec lights. The European lights, I'll put a picture of what the European lights look like, but I think they are some of the best GTI lights ever in GTI history. I'll put a picture up on the screen, but these ones are pretty cool as well. Now, if you're in the US, these are the US spec tail lights, which I think that these look pretty neat as well, but the Europe tail lights are way better. You also have the turn signals, which I'll showcase in a second, but yeah, I love the look of these tail lights. They are still really good for the US. I think you get these on the base Golf, which is why it says Golf on the side here, because we use these on the base Golf in Europe. But overall, I love the look of these taillights. They are very cool, and a much improvement over the Mark 7. As well as you do have some nice LED license plate lights, which I can showcase my license plate, because in Massachusetts, if you look up a license plate, you can't see any of the information, so I can showcase that. And some nice license plate lights. Anyways, moving on to the side, we have some really cool lights, which I think every car should have, and that is the door handle lights. So every time when you unlock the car or open the door, when the ignition's on, the door handle lights shine, and I think it's pretty cool. It's a nice, neat look. It makes this car just that much more premium. All 4 doors have the lights, and I think this feature should be included in every single car, because I think it's useful in pitch black night. But yeah, this feature is really cool. As well as underneath here, you do have what I think is a golf ball, or maybe it's some design. I have no idea, but I think this is supposed to be a golf ball, because Volkswagen Golf GTI. I think it would have been cooler if it's shown the GTI logo. I think that would have made it look a little bit better. But again, now we have this golf ball looking shape that's shining right there. Coming up to the front, I have the fog lights currently on, which is the yellow thing. So I tinted my fog lights. I did a video on this, which I'll link down below in the description, or I'll put up in the iCard if you want to see that. But this these are the fog lights. I love the look of these fog lights. Best fog lights in GTI history, and this is why I actually bought a GTI compared to the Golf R. Also because I couldn't get a Golf R, but I love the look of the GTI lights. You cannot get these lights on the Golf R, but I love the look of the GTI lights. I love how they're integrated into the grille, and in yellow they look even better. Up here, since this is a upgraded middle trim SE model, you get the IQ lights, which at least we get in the US. The base GTI in the US, the S, just gets an LED here and a halogen here and halogen turn signals. But with the GTI SE and above, you get the LED IQ lights as well as the full scale light bar, which looks fantastic. I love the front light bars, and this makes it look fantastic. They've done a really good job about this. At first, I wasn't so sure about the light bar. I was actually going to get some vinyl and cover it up, but after owning the car for about 7 months, I absolutely love it. It's a great touch to the GTI. I don't think it should be on the back, but I'm glad they did it on the front. So you can only get the light bar on SE and above. The base S, you won't get this light bar, but I think the light bar is worth it anyway. I mean, look how cool this thing looks. LEDs in general are very good. They have auto high beam, which is a very useful feature, and they do a little dance when you start the car. But overall, these headlights are fantastic. Highly recommend, if you go with the SE, to go with the SE for the better headlights. The fog lights you also get on the base S as well. That doesn't change. So that's mainly the outside. Let me guys show you the turn signals, and then we can move on to the inside where the real interesting stuff begins. Okay, so here are the turn signals. They are just basic amber flashing turn signals, which they look good. They also shine on this side as well, which I think is pretty neat. You don't usually, these taillights usually don't like shine over the corner, which I think is pretty neat. I kind of like it that way. I kind of like how they bend over the body. It makes it look kind of cool. You also have the lights in the mirrors, and I know what you're thinking. From the factory, they do not dynamically swoop like this. So let me explain this in a second. And then the front, some basic LED turn signals. On the S, as I said, the S would be a halogen right here. Now, let's talk about these mirror turn signals. I was going to do a video on this, but I decided not to because I just didn't think it would be really great for the channel. But I bought these for $15 on AliExpress. I'll put the link down below in the description if you guys want one. But these are tinted, they are smoked, and I wanted dynamic turn signals for this car for so long. I love the way they look, and well, AliExpress had them for $15 compared to $300 on shopdap.com. No offense to Paul. Anyways, these look fantastic. Highly recommend over the OEM spec. These look fantastic. They're smoked. They work fantastic. They work on the other side too, as you can see, which looks great. But overall, highly recommended mod for only $15. Super easy to install. Just pop up the mirror cap and you're all good to go. But yeah, that is all the outside lighting on the GTI. Alright, so let's move on to the inside. Let's shut this beeping up. So obviously you have your standard lights up here, which you can tap and they turn on, which is pretty neat. All 4 of them do that, and you can swipe to dim it as well, which is quite neat. I love how they're outlined very slightly so you can really see what they are. Your sunroof controls are lit up if you have an SE or above, and your lights, this is the dome, all 4 dome lights on and off. And if you're wondering too, I'll get into the back seat in a second, but these are also illuminated in the back seat. All sorts of different buttons up here and everything. Even the mirror buttons are also illuminated, which I didn't think they were, but now they are, which is pretty neat. So let's talk about some of this lighting. So the steering wheel lights are very boldly lit. I love the look of these at night. They are haptic buttons, as you know, but these look really good at night. They're very clear. They're not super dim. I think these are perfect. Same with these lights over here. These are very nicely lit. They're not too in your face, but they're also they're a nice type of litness at night, if you will. Same with your lock buttons and your controls for the windows. Standard stuff that should be lit at night. And same thing with down here with the parking brake and the start stop that pulses when you want to start the car. That's a neat touch. And your gear selector and things like that. And your hard buttons right here, like your hazards, the climate control and stuff like that normally would be lit up. I like these are great. Now let's talk about let's get to the real serious stuff. The ambient lights. So to change the ambient lights, you go out into the tab here and you go to ambient lights. Here you have a bunch of configuration for these ambient lights. I love how they incorporate this in such a more entry-level car. So if you go to mood, you have a different type of moods you can have. You can have infinity, which is orange all around. You have eternity, which is like, I don't know, turquoise, I guess. And it also changes the dials up here as well, which is pretty neat. You have desire, which is blue. Goes all around, even in the footwells. Euphoria, which looks to be red up here and pink down there and red dials. And you also have vitality, which is also yellow and maybe it's white. I'm not too sure. Anyways, then you can have it to where it's automatic. So depending on if it's hot or cool inside the car, you can have it depending on that. Or I think this is actually on drive modes, actually. You know what? This is drive modes. That's what it is. And then you can have it off, which, why would you have it off? That's so stupid. And then you can have it on the custom setting, which I will go down to here. So here you have full configurability of your custom ambient lighting. This is so neat. Hold on. So this is pretty cool. I don't think an S-Class can do this, but you can change on like where you want the lights to be. So you can have it all red, or I have it all red. The top half is red, and then the bottom is blue. You can have just the floor. You can just have the cubbies in blue. Then you can have just the floor in blue and all the cubbies red as well. I like it the top half blue and the bottom, or top half red, bottom half blue. But this ambient lighting at night is decently bright. I mean, you can really get a good look on camera that it is pretty powerful. It's kind of like an almost luxury car in here. It's a really premium feel at night. But obviously you can change the colors. This is changing the top half. You have over 64 colors, I'm guessing, but you can make it pink or green, and it changes the color of the dials. I'm not too big of a fan of how it changes the color of the dials, in my opinion. I would prefer if the dials stayed red and you can have these blue and everything else. If you can just change the dial color, that would be more my speed, but you change it with the top half here, so I can't complain. This is still pretty good. And of course, you can change the brightness at different places, so I have it all on full blast, because why would you not? As well as I would like to point out that this off button for the mute is illuminated. So if they did this, then why couldn't they illuminate the freaking climate controls? I know I'm like the 69th person telling you guys about this, but if they were going to illuminate this button, why can't they illuminate the climate controls and the volume in here? It would be a little bit nicer if they can do that, but they didn't. So hopefully for the 2023 model year, they actually lit this up. So yeah. But overall, lighting in the interior is fantastic. Now let me show you the back seat really quick. Before I go to the back seat, I just want to show you guys the instrument cluster at night, which it is very, very nice. Obviously, just like the day, it's well lit and it's, well, very, very good. So let's move on to the back seat quickly. Yeah, so one more thing, this cup holder is also illuminated, which I don't think I actually showed you guys, but this is illuminated, and that's not illuminated, and the footwells are illuminated. I think I said that. Anyways, yeah, back seat. Alright, so in the back seat, it is decently lit. So as you can see, you have your normal lights back here, which are also, I said, they were lit on the outside. That's very nice. You also have your USB-C ports illuminated. That goes for the front too. The front USB-C ports are also illuminated, which they're very nicely illuminated as well. You have some nice blue ambient lighting down here, and as well as on the holders, the storage spots, and up here as well, you have a nice illumination and your nice little window switch. Other than that, it's pretty dark in the back seat. I mean, there really isn't much to light up back here. I think Volkswagen did a very good job on lighting up everything that needs to be lit up. The only thing I would actually go if you go above and beyond is to light up the door handles. I know some German cars like Audi does light up the inside door handles, but Volkswagen, for whatever reason, doesn't do it with the Mark 8 GTI. Maybe it does it on a higher model, I don't know, but it would be nice if they light up the door handles. If they can do the outside ones, then why not do the inside ones? And finally, the trunk, which is also, well, decently illuminated. There's one light back here, and it's this giant, I would have to say maybe finger-sized LED that's basically illuminating the back, and it's enough. I mean, it does the job. You're not going to be spending a whole lot of time back here, so it doesn't really matter. So that's your only rear LED light on this car. But other than that, that is all the lighting on the Mark 8 GTI. It is so dark, I don't think you guys can see me, but that is all of the lighting on my Mark 8 GTI. I don't usually film in the dark. It definitely was a kind of different video, but if you guys want me to do another lighting video, I will do it again on my mom's Audi Q8. If you guys really enjoyed this video, if you like this style of video, I will be happy to do another lighting video. I feel like I went pretty in depth with this lighting on my Mark 8 GTI. It just unlocked. But if you guys want me, if you guys think I missed anything, comment it down below if you think I missed any lighting aspects on this car. You think I got it all. I believe I got it all, but knowing you guys, I think I missed something. But that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, smash that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.